Louisiana native, 6'8" versus 6'9". Ball is in the air, and not even a jump there from Garrett Richardson as Byron Washington takes it, and here come the Conquistadors. Once again going from left to right. Up top with the basketball is Newton. Now over to Sinegar. Back up top here to Landon Tyler. Landon Tyler now back to Sinegar at the top of the key. Sinegar then bumped in there. Did C.J. Rosser. Good attempt there to steal from Miles Ray, who then takes it right to the cup. Misses the layup too strong. Got his own rebound. Put that one back up and in for Miles Ray. The 6'5" freshman from Fayetteville, North Carolina, gets his first points and gets the Conquistadors on the board first. It's 2-0. Here's a three-ball to answer from Reese Warren, and he does at the top of the key, and the Mavericks jump back on top here, 3-2. Already a lead change in this one, barely 45 seconds in. Driving in is Newton, leaves it back over left side there, three-ball on the way for Sinegar, and Mason Sinegar burying his 13th three of the season. The sophomore from Beaumont, Texas, gives Dodge City the lead back. It's 5-3. Peerless Brown at the top, throws it back over here to C.J. Rosser. Rosser step back, lost the dribble, and then it went off the foot, though, of Aiken Newton. And so it'll stay with Northwest Tech, luckily for C.J. Rosser. Rosser will do the inbounding from the baseline near side. Lobs it up top to Ian Hardy. Hardy driving in, collecting himself, putting it up, and a foul. And Ian Hardy will go to the line. This is what Ian wants to do more and more. You saw it in the beginning of the year as the foul is called against Mason Sinegar, his first, team's first. Heck, the game's first foul. But this is what Ian Hardy wanted to do. He wanted to make sure that he was getting to the line more and more and more. And the calls just weren't coming early on this season, but you're seeing a little bit more here as of late. The freshman from Discovery High School misses that one. He's 65% foul shooter is Ian Hardy, who had a career-high tying 21 points versus Pratt. Get this stat line, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists for the freshman from Georgia. Second one for Hardy is good. Makes it a one-point game, 5-4, 18:40 left to go in our first half. Here's Tyler, pulls up from about 18 feet, rattles one in, does Landon Tyler on the long two, makes it 7-4. Nate Padilla calling out play number 4. Coach Padilla wearing a gray suit here tonight. Long two up and an answer for Ian Hardy. The mid-range two falling for him, and both teams not using much of the shot clock and firing the ball up early. And there will be a turnover there. Stepping out of bounds after getting it knocked away from him is Aiken Newton, and our first turnover of tonight's contest. Peerless Brown with the basketball on the far sideline. Galb up top, now gets it right back from Ian Hardy. Into the post with Richardson. Big Garrett backing down, fakes one shoulder, goes over the right, misses that one short, no good. Got his own rebound, dips back in, goes up again. That one won't go. And finally Sinegar clears it out for Dodge City. Here's DC3 on the offensive end already with Newton. Drives, pulls up, 14-footer, too strong that time, no good. Garrett Richardson grabs the miss for Tech. C.J. Rosser will slow things down here into the front court. Reversal over right to Ian Hardy. He tries a three. It's short, no good. The rebound batted in the air and hauled in by Newton after a tip by Washington. So both teams not having much patience on the offensive end. Now a drive going in is Newton. And Aiken Newton is fouled. Reese Warren committing the foul. His first, the Mavericks' first of our contest. Reese Warren looking at the official saying, "What did I do? I don't know what I did." Nonetheless, doesn't matter. Aiken Newton at the line, the 6'3" freshman from Pearland, Texas, 65% foul shooter this season. The first of two on the way. It's good. Laurente Mormont will sub in here, replacing Garrett Richardson at the 17:26 mark. No Brian Phillips Jr. today, and no Fred Yana today, as both those guys are out with injuries. Second one coming here for Newton is good. He gets them both. 9-6, Dodge City with the lead over Northwest Tech. 2.5 minutes plus into this one. Basketball is thrown over on the right side. Peerless Brown driving in, nowhere to go. Good defense there on the part of Miles Ray. Back out here on the perimeter with Ian Hardy. Hardy gets the ball poked away by Newton, but he got it back. Now Hardy driving all the way in, uses the finger roll, but blocked at the bucket there by Washington. Now on the other end, that goes up ahead, and a one-handed flush for Miles Ray. Big block there on the part of Myron Washington, which led to that fast break dunk for Miles Ray, and it's a 5-point advantage here for Dodge. The basketball is at the top. 3-ball Peerless Brown. He swishes it in, and it's a good sign when Brown gets going from behind the arc. His 43rd made triple this year. 16:30 left in our first. Dodge City leading by 2, 11-9. Mid-range 2, good there for for Landon Tyler, I beg your pardon, who knocked in that jumper. Rosser throws it here left side. Pass up top to Hardy. Hardy with the basketball. One-handed pass right side wing to Rosser. Man-to-man defense from Dodge City. Another 3-ball on the way for Peerless Brown, and it softly falls in. 6 points for Peerless Brown, and the same exact play. They've ran 2 straight possessions. Mavericks still trailing by 1, though. 13-12. 15:50 left to play here. Driving in, and there's a travel. Should be called, and it will be there, as Landon Tyler kind of got confused on which pivot foot was his. And second turnover committed by Dodge City. At the top with Ian Hardy, going to try this same exact play again. Now down low to Laurente Mormont. Mormont went to take it up and lost it for a second, and Miles Ray skied to grab that for a turnover. Ray brings it up the floor. He just pulls the trigger on a quick 3, and it's good for Miles Ray. 7 points for Miles Ray out of the gate to lead all scorers. 16-12, approaching the 15-minute mark left in the first half. Reese Warren has it left side wing, leaves it up top now to Peerless Brown. Step back 3 for Peerless. That one off left, no good. And the rebound for Mason Sinegar. First miss for deep for Brown. Now Dodge City trying to push it and can't handle the pass there. Too hot. And out of bounds looking for Newton was Sinegar. Third Dodge City turnover. Interim head coach Jake Ripple will substitute, bringing in the 6'10" freshman from Orlando, Florida, Dietrich Paschel. Also, Northwest Tech making some substitutions as well. Keyshawn Kennedy coming in, and so is Josh Robinson, putting Reese Warren and C.J. Rosser on the pine for a little bit. Basketball at the top with Josh Robinson. Used up his dribble, posts up Laurente Mormont inside. Laurente using his size, backs in, missed the shot, no good. The tip try, no good for Josh Robinson. The rebound still loose, and it goes out of bounds off of Tech. Back to DC3. Four-point advantage for Dodge. 14.5 minutes left to play in the first half. Landon Tyler, the point guard, brings it up the floor, calling for a screen from Paschel. Driving all the way to the bucket, nobody cut off. A high rebound, no good. It couldn't be grabbed there on the part of Paschel. And the basketball out of bounds off of the Conquistadors. So the Mavericks will inbound the basketball and bring up the floor. Will Ian Hardy, trailing by 4, 16-12. Hardy there over on the right. So far a solid start for him. He hit a 3, but missed. And then made a foul shot, I should say, to Ian. So he missed his 3. But a solid start, at least getting it going offensively. Substitutions coming in for Dodge City. DeJuan Horn steps into the game, replacing Aiken Newton. Basketball was thrown in and a foul called on the inbounds. But the guy who was trying to receive it, Dietrich Paschel, picking up his first personal foul, second team foul. Basketball is at the top. Here's Keyshawn Kennedy driving in, spinning, lays it off the window. Good, and a good job there by Keyshawn Kennedy. Gets the Mavericks back within 2, 16-14. 13:50 left here in our first. Here's Miles Ray at the top, another three. That one didn't go, and the rebound for Ian Hardy. Hardy leading the break. Now here's over to Josh Robinson. Lost it on the dump off to Morormit, but he got it back to Robinson, and he put it in himself. Tied at 16 now between Dodge City and Northwest Tech, and they'll call a foul on Josh Robinson. Got too close defensively there. His first personal foul. Second foul called against Northwest Tech. Newton will inbound the basketball from the near sideline. Gets it back in there to Tyler. Spinning in the lane, Miles Ray puts it in, and 9 points here in the first half for Miles Ray, giving Dodge City the lead again. It's 18-16, 13-14 left here in the first half. Basketball is on the left side wing with Keyshawn Kennedy, who Nate Padilla told me, no, I recruited him to play better defense, and we need to see more out of that him. Here's Josh Robinson jumping, trying to pass it, lost it on the way up, got it back somehow, couldn't finish that time, and the rebound inside for Peschel. Here come the Conquistadors the other way, going from left to right, leading by 2. Into the paint, trying to post up Kendrick Hayes, who's in the game for the first time. He couldn't grab that pass, and it's out of bounds. Fourth Dodge City turnover. C.J. Rosser will come in and replace Peerless Brown. And substitution coming in here as DeJuan Horn, who couldn't come in the last time because of some sort of clothing thing. He will be back into the game replacing Aiken Newton. Dribble to the left, throws the pass back up top. Now Kennedy gets it back, leaves it off for Hardy, who drives in, and Ian Hardy fouled on the attack. I think Horn is going to pick up the foul. His first personal foul and the third Dodge City foul. And Ian Hardy back in the line where he just went 1 for 2. Hardy, 11 points, 8 rebounds in Wednesday's contest versus Seward County. Free throw up for Hardy. It is no good. Ian leading the team in rebounds and points per game, 5.8 boards per contest, and 2.7 assists per contest. That one will go for Ian Hardy, who gets 4 points now. After that made foul shot. Back to a 1-point game, 18-17, 12.5 left here in the first. Landon Tyler leaves it over their left side. Now back to Landon Tyler at the top. Screen at the top. Crossover in front. Landon Tyler going in, jumping, putting up a shot. It's too strong off the backboard. Didn't even draw iron. Rebound out and running of the Mavericks. Over to Hardy, who throws it down with 2 hands. 6 points for Ian Hardy. Good job there by the Mavericks. Getting the quick rebound by Rosser and leading the break the other way. And the Mavericks on top, 19-18. We see our third lead change, and now a traveling violation called on Kendrick Hayes under the bucket against Dodge City, turning over for the 5th time. Hayes is out. Mason Sinigar is back in. As the Mavs look to add to their 1-point advantage. Kennedy at the point calls out play number 2 as he jogs it across the big gold G here at Max Jones Fieldhouse in Goodland. Kennedy gets it back. Leaves it off their right side wing. Ian Hardy fakes the 3, drives, gets it poked away, and now Sinigar going the other way. Mason Sinigar lets the blow-by happen, fouled by Keyshawn Kennedy, and 2 foul shots coming for Mason Sinigar as he couldn't make the layup. Kennedy committing his first personal foul and the third Maverick foul of this afternoon here in the first half. So Sinigar at the line, best foul shooter on the team, 81% this season for the sophomore. That one is good. Talked about how he was the only guy returning from last year's team, and he's made the most of it. 5 double-doubles all this year. Big 25-point, 14 performance versus Garden City in a big victory for them last week. Tied at 19 and can't give the lead back. Mavericks trying to hustle out the other way, and a foul called in transition against Miles Ray, his first personal foul, fourth team foul. Reese Warren will do the inbounding after the foul committed by Dodge City. Dietrich Paschel will take a seat on the bench. As returning to the game is Myron Washington. And a timeout taken by Nate Padilla here with 11:35 left to go in our first half. 19 all between the Mavericks and the Conquistadors here at Goodland's Max Jones Fieldhouse. This is a big game between these two teams. It may not seem like it a whole lot, but the big thing about this game is these are the two bottom dwellers in the West standings. And so if Northwest Tech wants any chance of making the postseason, because if you finish dead last in the West, you don't make the postseason. If you don't finish dead last in the East, you don't make the postseason. So you've got to make the postseason. If you're going to make the tournament, you've got to finish not dead last. And so Northwest Tech currently sitting in dead last. They got to find a way to climb out of that. And this would be a big help because Dodge City is right in front of them and at least tie them for the time being in dead last. They'd still need to get a win and more than likely beat Dodge City again. Driving in, kick back out, three ball in the way, short for Reese Warren, and the rebound underneath grabbed there by Myron Washington. Here is DC3 driving in, floater in the lane, short, no good there for Landon Tyler, and a good rebound for Lorante Mormont. Mavericks quickly in the front court. Kennedy driving in, trying to use his body to shield the block. Couldn't do it anyway. Taken back here by DeJuan Horn. Horn up ahead to Miles Ray. The Euro step and a two-handed dunk for Miles Ray. 21-19, the Conquistadors take the lead back here. 10:48 left to go in the first half. C.J. Rosser throws it up top to Kennedy. Reversal right to Warren on the wing. Wing throws it back up top here to Robinson. Now back out to Warren for a three. Right side is just a bit strong, no good. And the rebound for Miles Ray. Warren's been struggling here as of late to find his shot as a three ball is up. And it's going to say it's a two for DeJuan Horn from the right wing. 23-19, a 4-point advantage here for the Conquistadors, approaching that midway point of the first half. Rosser left side wing for the Mavericks. Pops out up top, does Warren. Warren drives in, fade away, off the window, good. A good take there by Reese Warren, showing more than just that he's a three-point shooter. 5 points for Reese, back to a 2-point game, 23-21. Miles Ray feeling with a lot of confidence, step back, pull up long, two, no good. The rebound for Warren, who tipped it away to himself. Mavericks a chance to tie or take the lead, down by two here, 23-21, 9:40 left in our first. Keyshawn Kennedy, right side wing. Drives, goes behind the back. Lost the basketball, turnover taken away by Myron Washington. Up ahead in transition. A reversal layup is good for Landon Tyler. 25-21. After that turnover by the Mavericks, their third of this game. And a timeout taken by Nate Padilla here with 9:17 left to go in the first. A full timeout. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. 25-21. Dodge with the lead over Northwest Tech. You're listening to Maverick Basketball.
Discover the ease of shopping at Walmart.com. Yes, visit Walmart.com. Pick up your items locally, and you can shop for many departments, including housewares, electronics, music, entertainment, toys, and home improvement, and your groceries, too. Walmart.com is all you need. Maybe your Walmart gift cards, too, for Christmas. Walmart.com. Here's to a great 2020 from your Goodland Walmart Supercenter. It's open 6 a.m. to midnight, Highway 27, South Goodland.
At People's State Bank, we know that this time of year can be stressful on your finances. If you're needing any type of loan, stop in and see one of our loan officers. We strive to provide value-added professional financial services to our communities with extraordinary personalized service. And as a full-service bank with locations in 11 communities, we provide a complete range of products and services that help to bring growth and prosperity to the towns we serve. People's State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
25-21 out of a 60-second timeout taken by Nate Padilla. Northwest Tech trailing by 4. They will have the basketball inbounded here on the near sideline in front of the Dodge City bench. They throw it into the backcourt to C.J. Rosser. Does Josh Robinson. Rosser needs some help, picked up his dribble a long ways away from the bucket. Coming to the help is Peerless Brown, way back near midcourt. Brown driving in, Euro step, puts it up, and in! They're going to say a charge on Peerless Brown. Brown with his first personal foul, 4th team foul. And now a media timeout taken here. 9:05 left to go in the first, 27-21. Mavericks now trailing by 6. This is Maverick basketball.
Of getting stuff done, and there's no place better suited to help you do that than Hoover Lumber, Ace Hardware in Goodland and in Colby. They have everything you need, no matter what size of project. From stock bulk lumber for your DIY and contractor needs, all the way down to cleaning products and snow shovels for when Mother Nature strikes. Plus, their helpful and knowledgeable staff is one of the best in the Northwest. Let Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware help you make the most of 2020. Open 7 to 6 weekdays and 7:30 to 4:30 on Saturdays in Goodland and Colby.
As a locally owned and operated insurance agency in Goodland, L&W Anderson Insurance Agency, LLC, is committed to provide quality insurance products for individuals and businesses. Their strong insurance background and product knowledge will assist both current and future clients maintain and manage a plan for all types of potential risk. The L&W insurance professionals are experienced in creating personal and commercial insurance policies designed to fit your needs. Call them in Goodland or St. Francis.
27-21, 9:05 left to go here in our first half. Northwest Tech back on the defensive end. Sinking into a man-to-man defense. The Conks go from left to right, does Dodge City across your radio dial. As we see it here in the Hurl Chevrolet GMC broadcast seats. Mason Syndergaard backing down against Robinson. Lost it, got it back, and then lost it again. This time Rosser gets a steal for Northwest Tech. Rosser then poked out from behind by the very speedy DeJuan Horn, who came from behind and poked it away to prevent a fast break point. Northwest Tech, Josh Robinson will take a seat on the bench. Ian Hardy coming in to play alongside Rosser, Brown, Warren, and for the first time today, we will see Justin Berry out on the floor for Northwest Tech. Berry receives the inbounds pass, throws it here left side. Now wing with Reese Warren. Warren one dribble, pass up top to Rosser. Rosser, step back, fade away 2, and they call a travel against C.J. Rosser. 5th turnover. Point guard being ran by Chandler Sutton, a 5'9 freshman out of Killeen, Texas, who's in for the first time. He has it at the top of the key for Dodge City. And over there to Horn, who pulls the trigger on a 3. It rims around, no good. Offensive rebound, though, for Mason Syndergaard. Syndergaard now drives, dumps it down low to Myron Washington. The reversal lay-in is good for Myron Washington off the assist from Syndergaard. Makes it now 29-21. I think it's now 27-21 is actually what the score is. It was 25-21. Might have bumped the score there a little bit, but 27-21. Rosser got the ball poked away for a second. He gets it back. Rosser will bring it back into the front court after losing it. Now finds Warren, right side wing. Reese Warren driving baseline. Step back, fade away 2. Short that time, no good. Rebound for Myron Washington. Not for Myron Washington, but for Jaden McGrew, who's in. And McGrew brought up the floor. Now over to Horn. 3 ball, left side wing. Good for DeJuan Horn. Horn with his 11th made 3 of the season. He shoots 40% from three-point land, does Horn. And now it is a 9-point advantage for Dodge City, their largest, 30-21. Maverick basketball left, up top to Rosser. Rosser gets a screen. Now here's Peerless Brown. He's trying to answer with a 3 of his own and does. Great start for Peerless Brown. He's hit 3 of his first 4 triples for 9 points. Back to a 5-point deficit for Tech, 30-24. 7 minutes left to play here before halftime. Sutton now over there to Syndergaard, who drives in. Little up and under around Berry, and a blocking call against Justin Berry. His first. Team fouls, 5th. Stepping to the line, Mason Syndergaard, 1 of 2. Last year had 16 points and 3 rebounds in the second meeting between the Mavericks and the Conquistadors. Substitutions for Jake Ripple. Once again, if you're just joining us, Jake Ripple, the interim head coach for Dodge City. He is the athletic director for Dodge. And he replaced Steve Tucker yesterday, or as he let go of Steve Tucker as the head coach. Conquistadors have had a bad run, especially in Jayhawk Conference play for the last 3 years. They've won 9 games in Tucker's time there as the head coach. Justin Berry is out. Back to the game comes Garrett Richardson after knocking down both foul shots there. Here's in the corner 3 for Reese Warren. It won't go. The rebound out long and rebounded there by McGrew. McGrew up there to Hayes. Hayes can't make it, no good. Rebound grabbed over there by C.J. Rosser. Rosser up ahead to Peerless Brown, who tries the reversal layup. He gets it good, and one more for Peerless Brown, who has 11 points and a chance to make it a dozen. He's slow to get off the floor, but he'll be all right, it looks like. Foul called on Myron Washington, his first personal foul, 5th Dodge City foul. So here's Peerless Brown at the line. The freshman from Georgia, 76% from the foul line this year. It's best in the team, but didn't make it. And now the rebound out. Coming back quickly is Dodge City, and they call a travel. Seventh turnover for Dodge City in this one. 6:28 remaining in the first. Ian Hardy with the basketball near sideline. Trots it into the front court across the midcourt stripe. Picked up man-to-man defense by Kendrick Hayes. Mavericks begin their offense. Hardy has it right side wing now. He drives in the middle of the paint, collects himself, goes up with the left hand. Can't finish, no good. The rebound out long and rebounded by Kendrick Hayes. Up ahead here to Landon Tyler leading the break the other way. Tyler speeding all the way in, blocked by Garrett Richardson. And Richardson gets the ball in the hands of Rosser. Here comes Rosser. Hands it off to Peerless Brown. 3-ball transition from the top of the key, no good. And the rebound once again for Landon Tyler. Now over to Horn, open 3 from the left wing. It rimmed out, no good. Hardy couldn't grab the rebound, but he's pushed from behind by Kendrick Hayes. 6th foul called against the Conquistadors. First foul against Hayes. Substitutions coming in for Jake Ripple. Northwest Tech will bring the ball up the floor with C.J. Rosser, trailing 32-26 with 5:40 left to play in the first. Basketball over here on the left side wing with Rosser. Now up top to Warren. Warren, a good head fake, dribbles in, leaves it back out to Hardy. Hardy didn't grab the basketball, tipped it out to Keyshawn Kennedy for a 3. Kennedy left it short, but it fell through. It bounced off the front of the rim, straight up and came back down. First made triple for Keyshawn Kennedy and just the 3rd this year for Keyshawn. 32-29. Tyler, left side with Miles Ray, into the post. Backing down Myron Washington, hook shot, no good. And Ian Hardy coming in to tie the basketball up with Hayes. The possession arrow points in the direction of Northwest Tech. Good effort there on the part of Ian Hardy to tussle with that one. Then as soon as he got a little physical, did Hayes. Hardy just let go. It ain't worth it. Mavericks have the ball in the front court with Kennedy. Now Richardson gets it back to Kennedy. He drives, collects himself, throws it off the window. No good. Tip follow, no good either by Ian Hardy, but a foul before the tip follow. And so Keyshawn Kennedy's going to get 2 shots. Foul called against Miles Ray, his 2nd personal foul, 7th team foul. So already Tech in the bonus with 4:45 remaining here in the first half. Keyshawn Kennedy will go to the line, just 53% this year from the charity stripe. Had 7 points and a career-high 6 rebounds versus Seward County as Kennedy hits the first. 6 points for the freshman from Middletown High School in the Bronx. Second one on his way. That one off the heel, no good. Rebound for Myron Washington. 2-point basketball game, 32-30, 4:40 left here in the first. Driving in, a kick back out on the right. 3-ball, no good there for Aiken Newton. And the basketball will go out of bounds back to Northwest Tech on the backside. Keyshawn Kennedy at the point will work it up against Miles Ray. Brings it here to the near sideline. Throws it up top to Garrett Richardson, who hands it back. Now here's Hardy diving into the bucket, finishing with the left. Oh, didn't finish. Nate Padilla pleading for a foul, did not get it. In transition, Tyler over to Ray. Ripped out there on the part by Keyshawn Kennedy, and now a blocking call against Dodge City on the far sideline. That one called against Aiken Newton, his first personal, 8th team foul. So going to the line for another pair of, or I should say for a 1-and-1 is Keyshawn Kennedy. Kennedy just there went 1 of 2. Kennedy collects himself, gives it a couple dribbles. That one will go. 7 points for Keyshawn Kennedy. 11 points and 2 rebounds versus Cali earlier this year for Keyshawn, which was his career night. He did have one of his better games against Butler. Only 6 points, but 5 assists and 5 rebounds. That right before the holiday break. Makes both foul shots. Does Kennedy. 8 points for him, and we are tied at 32. Just under 4 to play in the first half. Driving in, Landon Tyler jumps, hangs, uses the window, and finishes over the top of Kennedy. 8 points for Landon Tyler. Mavericks calling out the fist play. They hold up the right fist. Back over on the right with Keyshawn Kennedy. Rosser at the top. Now here's Ian Hardy for a 3 and rattles one in from the left wing, does Ian Hardy. 9 points for him. His first made 3 of the day. Just his 4th made 3 of the season. And that one is good for Dodge City as well. Myron Washington getting the 2. So already a back and forth couple lead changes now. 36-35, Dodge back on top. Kennedy, 3-ball, got it from way downtown. 11 points for Keyshawn Kennedy, tying his career high already. Mavs up by 2, 38-36, under 3 to play. Landon Tyler over on the left side wing, trying to set up the offense. Gets a screen from Washington as he comes to the top. Now Miles Ray gets the ball stripped away by C.J. Rosser. Rosser going all the way to the cup and able to lay it in. First bucket of the game for C.J. Rosser, and the Mavs up 4 now, 40-36. Landon Tyler dribbles, puts it up off the window, good. Just too easy for Landon Tyler. And a timeout taken by Dodge City. And his interim head coach, Jake Ripple. 2.5 minutes left to play in our first half. Northwest Tech up by 2, 40-38 over Dodge City. Another handful of games going on right now on the men's side. Coffeyville trailing Butler by 3. That one, 8 minutes left to go in it. Barton with the lead over Garden, 59-44 late in the first. Mavericks will be at Garden a week from Monday. And at halftime, Colby with an 8-point lead over Pratt, 40-32. It'll be Maverick basketball out of the timeout after the make by Landon Tyler. So the Mavericks are in the front court. Once again, they're running the point guard spot. Keyshawn Kennedy. No Brian Phillips Jr. has been a bit of an issue, and now we have a technical foul called. A technical foul, I think, called against. They're going to say they're going to call it against Keyshawn Kennedy. So it's against Kennedy somehow, some way. It'll be a Maverick turnover. 6th team foul called against the Mavs. For Kennedy, that's his 2nd. So here at the line will be Mason Sinegar with a couple of technical free throws. Not for sure if he said something or did something, but it is a technical foul. Sinegar can't make the first. Another one coming here for Mason Sinegar after missing the first. That one's good. Makes it a 1-point differential now, 40-39. 2 minutes, 19 seconds left here to go in the first half. Basketball will go back to Northwest Tech, though. Ian Hardy will inbound it from the near sideline. In front of the Dodge City bench, throws it in the backcourt where Rosser will get it, and he'll walk it up. CJ, screen at the top, works it over to the left. Is Mason Sinegar, his 2nd. Team foul 9th against Dodge City. And Josh Robinson to the charity stripe, where he's 52% this season. Robinson, 10 points, 4 rebounds down at Seward County on Wednesday. Had some big games earlier this year, including team highs of 27 and a career high 9 rebounds versus Butler, as Robinson makes that one. But he's kind of cooled off a little bit here as of late, although did have a solid performance against Colby a few weeks ago, 11-6. Robinson makes both. Mavericks back up to 3 here, 44-41. Leaves it off inside. The lay-in is good for Mason Sinegar, as he has 8 points. Back to a 1-point game. Ian Hardy with the basketball, dribbling over on the right side wing. Hardy getting the offense set up. Bounces into the post. Garrett Richardson backing down, creating space. Nice work using those broad shoulders. Didn't get it to go. Tries the reversal layup on the second time. It works for Garrett. 3 rebounds to go along with his first 2 points. But answering on the other end with no hesitation whatsoever is Landon Tyler. 46-45, now 40 seconds left to play in the first. Mavericks still up by 1. Seems like anytime Northwest Tech gets a score, the Conks are right back at the bucket. And now a foul on the drive. And this foul called on Jaden McGrew, his first personal foul. And the 10th team foul called against the Conquistadors. So that will put Josh Robinson back at the line again. That one's short, no good. Robinson just went 2 for 2 a minute ago. Comes in 3rd leading rebounder on the team at 4.1 points per game, or 4.1 rebounds per game, excuse me. Second one on the way. That one didn't follow through at all, and the rebound for Mason Sinegar. So it goes 0 for 2, does Robinson, and about a 3-second differential between shot and game clock now. It's Landon Tyler guarded at the top here by Ian Hardy. Tyler dribbling all the way out near the midcourt. Now will get around Hardy. Drives into the lane. Peels it back out to Horn. Horn with 12 on the game clock. Now leaves it inside here. Senegar kicks it back out to McGrew. McGrew spinning, putting it up, almost swatted by Josh Robinson, who went for that block. Didn't get it. Senegar with the offensive rebound and put back as the buzzer sounds to end the first half. So Northwest Tech didn't check out. It led to an offensive board. And just like in the women's game, an offensive rebound and putback finishes the game, or finishes the first half for Dodge City, who will lead going into the halftime locker room 47-46, thanks to that bucket. So Northwest Tech trailing by 1. We step aside. Up next, the Dan Brenner Ford halftime show. You're listening to Northwest Tech Maverick basketball.
Leave a person with a lot of challenges to handle during difficult times. Bateman Funeral Home is there to help you ease the burden. At BatemanFuneral.com, you can find helpful resources and information to help with pre-need arrangements, monuments, or to check obituaries and to express your condolences by even directly ordering flowers during that tough time. Make a hard time easier with Bateman Funeral Home in Goodland and BatemanFuneral.com.
Your Goodland Gambinos family introduced the new member of the Cravers family, along with pepperoni, veggie, meat, and sausage cravers. Please join me in welcoming the all-new Cheese Cravers Pizza. Over a pound of delicious cheese on a large Gambinos pizza. Order online. Lots of good deals there. Gambinos.com. Gambinos.com. Dine in, delivery, or carry out. Enjoy the Cravers family, now with Cheese Cravers at Gambinos in Goodland.
This is Northwest Tech Maverick basketball on 102.5 U-Rock.
Your knowledge of your health, Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Regional Medical Center and Sherman County Health Department Health and Safety Fair. Stop at the Elks Lodge, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on February 8th. You'll want to be there. The Health and Safety Fair, Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Elks Lodge on Arcade. Visit goodlandregional.com.
Where compassion and healing come together.
More people than ever are changing to Ford, America's best-selling brand. The all-new Ford Expedition has been completely redesigned from the ground up. With a striking, sophisticated exterior and luxurious interior, plus quilted seat and door trim bolsters define the luxury leather-trimmed heated and cooled multi-contour front seats that articulate with active motion feature. Named 2018 Kelley Blue Book Best Buy. Test drive one today.
Dan Brenner Ford, the right car, right truck, right now.
The truth is, they just care more at Lore Electric, that is. Zach and the crew there are known for their top-notch customer service. If you call, they'll answer or get back to you within minutes. And if you need them to stop by, they'll be over in just hours. No matter if it's residential, commercial, or agricultural, Lore Electric is your local expert. Call them today at 785-772-6100 or follow them on Facebook to see how they can help with your electrical needs. Because they do more at Lore.
Compute these savings for your Kansas City Chiefs 49ers football party, all coming from the Goodland Cowboy Quarter Express. Valid only February 1st and 2nd. Now you'll save on plain or hot wings. And you'll save on 2 large pizzas, any toppings, just $20. Mediums, 2. And a baker's dozen cookies, just $3.99. Call early for your big Super Bowl party supplies from the Cowboy Corner Express, 17th and Main, downtown Goodland. Make it a habit.
Like a good deal? Need a new phone? Listen up. Trade in your old device at Nextech Wireless and get half off any smartphone. Then take your shiny new phone shopping with your $100 Visa gift card. That's any smartphone, plus cash to spend. Oh yeah, need more lines? No problem. Get a new smartphone at half price for everyone in the family, plus up to $300 in Visa gift cards. Visit Nextech Wireless today. Your new phone and cash are waiting. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hi, this is Kylie Mertens with FNB Bank. With the increase of fraudulent transactions and identity theft, FNB Bank would like to remind you to check your account balances to verify that the transactions are yours. Your banking activity can be obtained daily by checking your account online, on our app, by calling our telephone banking number at an ATM, or by viewing your monthly statements. If you notice a charge that is not yours, contact your local branch as soon as possible to prevent any more charges.
This is the Dan Brenner Ford Halftime Show. Stop in for a test drive just north of the Highway 27 overpass in Goodland. Ford, go further.
We're back here inside Goodland's Max Jones Fieldhouse, where it's a 1-point lead for Dodge City, 47-46. We'll get more into that coming up here in just a little bit. Right now I want to visit with head coach of the Northwest Tech Lady Mavericks in Brock Kimball. His team falling earlier today, 66-61. Coach, that was a really entertaining second half. I know the first half is more what you want to play, that 20-18 type of game, but the second half was a little bit more entertaining, and in the end it seemed like you just couldn't get enough stops.
No, absolutely, and it's one of the things we pride ourselves on is our stops. But no, hey, I'll say right off the bat, when you're basically only able to go one deep into your bench, and you've got mid to high major bodies sitting over there that you can't put on the floor, it's pretty frustrating. And heck, I will not shy away from that at all. We've got to do a better job of coaching them, and we've got to stop being soft as baby. I won't say the word. I'll just leave it as feces since we're on the air. But we're really, really soft down there. So whenever we've got to go 5'7", as our biggest girl playing against 6'4", 6'3", it's a little tough to do. And I even had, a few talks with some girls after the game and said, I know this is not what you signed up for. It's not what you've been, doing your whole life. But it's the situation we're in. So a whole lot of credit to those last 6 that we played pretty much the entire second half. Really tough players. I'll take them over anybody in the conference when they're able to do that against who we're playing against. But no, we've got a lot to clean up.
I just was impressed. You've asked for so many weeks. You've been praying for shots to fall, and today was the day. 12 of 24 from 3, 9 of 9 from the free throw line. I mean, that's an impressive shooting day right there.
No, absolutely. And that's what's most frustrating about this damn thing is you go 50% from 3, which doesn't happen at any level. Even as I got the Tech Kansas game on here, they're not even shooting 50% from 3 right now. So to shoot 50% from 3 and not win the ball game, some of the things we got to fix. That's just frustrating in itself. But again, it's credit to also the 6 players that we played. We had shooters all over the floor. We were spreading them out, in our motion offense, pass, cut, move, and really made them work. And again, when you go an entire half without shooting a free throw, I believe, and then you get 9, it's also credited, to that style. Just really kind of spaced them out, really got aggressive with the ball. And again, credit to those 6 players as they went in there very, very tough and just tried to keep it close, tried to battle. And we did. For 20 minutes, we did. Just battle, just couldn't get enough stops down the stretch.
How great was it to see Josie Cook get 18 points today? That had to make you feel almost warm your heart a little bit. I know it was a rough day, but fun stat for you. She had not scored 10 or more points for 8 straight games going into that one.
Oh, and I mean, that's the thing. We finally, I asked her, I said, hey, especially after the Seward County game when, you take them as much as we didn't score against that one. And I said, hey, Josie, sophomore slumps, not some created words that people just put together because they sound good. I was like, it's a real thing, And so kind of, got that in her head that, hey, the only way that you're going to get out of this thing is to shoot yourself, shoot your way out of it. Get in the gym. If it's a cardio thing, get in there and work on that. Whatever it is, but let it go. If it's just a frustration thing, let it go. And know that you're a good ball player. And one of the things I told her is I kind of pride myself in being a pretty good ball coach. I don't think I'm a dumb coach by any means. And I played her 39 minutes, against Seward, and she was pretty frustrated. I said, well, hey, you're not going to disrespect me by saying that I've got bad players out there. So no, you just got to get out of it. I trust you. You need to trust yourself. And so no, it's good to see, man. That's probably the highlight of the game right there is just seeing her come on, with kind of family and friends in the building, and that was one of the things we can definitely build off of.
Well, still a tough loss, 66-61. Northwest Tech falls to Dodge City earlier today. Head coach Lady Mavs Brock Kimball. Thanks, Brock. Appreciate the time.
Yep, thank you.
47-46 our score here at halftime of the men's game. We'll take a quick break. Back with the more of our Dan Brenner Ford halftime show next. You're listening to Northwest Tech Maverick basketball.
Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Regional Medical Center and Sherman County Health Department Health and Safety Fair. Stop at the Elks Lodge 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on February 8th. You'll want to be there. The Health and Safety Fair, Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Elks Lodge on Arcade. Visit goodlandregional.com.
His team falling earlier today,
Recently, a local business was seriously shopping for a durable riding lawnmower. They asked several dealers to come over and demonstrate their brands. Well, it rained that day, and as the field demonstration was being called off, the very handsome Mike Cochran said, "I will still demonstrate my Hustler mower." So he did. It flat tackled the wet, soggy grass and weeds. Needless to say, that company bought and still owns a Hustler mower today from Mike at Cochran Farm Supply, Edson, Kansas, where big rebates are still in effect on all mowers. As a disclaimer here, I have to say, Mike Cochran isn't that good looking.
This year, discover the ease of shopping at Walmart.com. Yes, visit Walmart.com, pick up your items locally, and you can shop from many departments, including housewares, electronics, music, entertainment, toys, and home improvement, and your groceries, too. Walmart.com is all you need. Maybe your Walmart gift cards, too, for Christmas. Walmart.com. Here's to a great 2020 from your Goodland Walmart Supercenter. It's open 6 a.m. to midnight, Highway 27, South Goodland.
Identity theft happens, actually every 2 seconds. So how do you get your life back on track? We're here to help. Identity theft coverage is available for the out-of-pocket expenses. One-on-one expert assistance is provided until your identity is fully restored. Ask Roxanne, Susan, or myself, Nicole, how to get this coverage. Contact the girls at the insurance agency, 1020 Main in downtown Goodland, or call 785-899-5011.
The Dan Brenner Ford Halftime Show.
47-46, Conquistadors with a 1-point lead thanks to a last-second putback right before the halftime buzzer. Mason Sinegar putting that one in and giving the Conquistadors a 1-point advantage. Northwest Tech led in the first half by Keyshawn Kennedy off the bench. Him and Peerless Brown combined for 11 points each to get to 22. Ian Hardy with 9 points, 5 points from Reese Warren, 2 points, 3 boards from Garrett Richardson, and 6 points from Josh Robinson. Mavericks get 17 points off the bench, which is a really good spark. They just get killed on the glass, though. They're minus 10 in rebounding margin right now, 20-10. Dodge City is out rebounding them. Free throw shooting about even on both teams, and Mavericks shooting the 3 ball very, very well. They're 7 of 14 from behind the arc, but they are just not doing enough on the glass and giving Dodge City many 2 second chance opportunities in this one so far. Conquistadors led in the first half by Landon Tyler, who's got 12 points. Miles Ray, he's got 11, and Mason Sinegar has 10. Those are the 3 leading scorers for Dodge City. As for our Cochran Farm Supply Hustler of the half, change out your motor. Hustler mower from Cochran. Go see Mike. Ask about the big rebate, 0% financing, and sell prices on all Hustler mowers. Cochran Farm Supply located in Edson, Kansas. I think our Hustler of the half is going to go to Keyshawn Kennedy. Coming off the bench, hit a couple of threes, made 3 of 4 foul shots in that first half. 11 points for him. A pretty solid start for Keyshawn Kennedy. He's our Cochran Farm Supply Hustler of the half. Take a break. Back with our second half halftime changes brought to you by Goodland Walmart Supercenter, and of course the second half of action where it's 47-46. Dodge City with the lead over Northwest Tech. You're listening to Maverick Basketball.
Dan Brenner Ford Halftime Show. Stop in for a test drive just north of the Highway 27 overpass in Goodland. Ford, go further. The second half is next.
Before Taco John's, what was Tuesday? I'll tell you, nothing. Non-existent. Nada. Nobody talked about Tuesday. Then Taco John's introduced the Tuesday to the taco. And booyah, Taco Tuesday was born. Taco Tuesday is so great, we even trademarked it. We literally own Taco Tuesday, the one day of the week when you get to own Taco John's classic crispy tacos for an insanely good price. It's the original Taco Tuesday, and there's only one place to find it. Taco John's. Unwrap the original.
This is Brett Arnberger with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. Stop in and see me on Tuesdays from 10 to 2 at E.C. Millick Insurance Agency in Atwood, or call me at 462-1113.
How do you want your family and friends to remember you after you're gone? By planning ahead, you can tell the story of your life the way you want and spare your family the burden. At Coons Russell Funeral Home, we offer one of the most secure pre-need programs available by working with the leading provider of pre-arranged funeral funding in America. Call Coons Russell 785-890-3900 today. Find out how Coons Russell Funeral Home can help you pre-arrange your life celebration. It really is one of the best gifts you can give.
It may be a new year, but the deals are just as good as ever at Hurl Chevrolet GMC in Goodland, Kansas. Right now, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on most new GMC and Chevy vehicles. Plus, take advantage of special pricing on leftover 2019 vehicles currently on the lot, including $4,500 off a 2019 GMC Terrain or $6,500 off a 2019 Chevy Trail Boss pickup. Start the new year off right with some new wheels from Hurl Chevrolet GMC. Online at hurlchev.com.
This is Northwest Tech Maverick basketball on 102.5 U-Rock.
A 1-point advantage for Dodge City. We get set to start the second half here in Goodland. Some other scores real quickly from around the area. Butler with the win over Coffeyville, 69-63. Colby leading over Pratt, although that game has tightened up quite a bit, 52-50 early in the second. Start of the second half, 64-50. Barton with the lead over Garden City. Some scores from here at the midway point on a busy day in the Jayhawk Conference. A 1-point game here as the Conquistadors will get the basketball. Going from right to left, we see here in the Hurl Chevrolet GMC broadcast seats, and a quick foul 7 seconds in called against the Mavericks. Foul called on Ian Hardy. That is his first personal foul. And our first foul of the second half. Cox will inbound it from the baseline far side. They throw it up top to Landon Tyler, who drives in, jumps, hangs, blocked by Keyshawn Kennedy, and the basketball into the arms of Ian Hardy. Up ahead to Rosser. Rosser all the way to the cup, throws it up, and an altered shot there by Myron Washington. Washington then kicks it back out, taken away by Reese Warren, and Warren, the finger roll on the other end is good. Crazy start so far here to this second half, but Warren gets the Mavericks back on top. Our 8th lead change of this ball game already. Up top with Miles Ray. Now over to Mason Sinegar. He'll drive in the lane. Jumps, hangs. The floater is good for Sinegar. 12 points for him. The Mavericks trying to push the tempo. Baseball pass up ahead. Kennedy calls for it back. He gets it. Now they reverse it left side wing to Warren, who pulls the trigger on a three. It rips out, no good. And the rebound from Myron Washington. Warren now just 1 of 5 from deep. Here's Landon Tyler. Drives, pulls up from 15 foot. The elbow jumper is good. And Landon Tyler with 14 points to lead all scorers. Up top with C.J. Rosser. Hands it off there with Ian Hardy. Hardy guarded by Sinegar. That was a sloppy pass by Hardy. Tipped and ripped away by the Conquistador Sinegar, who dives on the floor for it. Tries to tip it out and does. Now over to Miles Ray. The reversal layup is good. A very sloppy start here for Northwest Tech, as now it is a 5-point lead for the Conquistadors, 53-48. Here's Kennedy, left side wing. Keyshawn kicks it back up top to Hardy. Hardy, a couple dribbles, hesitates, pulls up, a mid-range two, left it way short, no good. His own rebound came back to him, though. He gives it to Kennedy. Kennedy drives, gets the ball poked out from behind, and it will go out of bounds and stay with the Mavericks. And Coach Padilla is putting a fresh new 5 bodies in, it looks like. Don't know if the Mavericks are... Yep, a full fresh new 5 bodies are in. Peerless Brown, who got the start in the first half, and Kennedy got the start in the second half, come flip spots. Here right side with Peerless Brown. 3-ball, right side wing, way short, no good. The rebound tipped back out to Peerless after he missed it by Josh Robinson. Tadas Barachevicius in for the first time today. Left side wing with the ball in his hand. Now here's Josh Robinson. He'll step back for a 3. Left that one short, no good. Rebound back to Miles Ray. Here's Dodge City driving in Sinegar. Kicks it out in the corner, and a blocking call called against the Mavericks. Foul on Laurente Mormont. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Aiken Newton will inbound it for the Conks. Baseline far side. Once again, the Conquistadors going from right to left. The Mavericks from left to right. in the second half across your radio dials. We see it here in the Hurl Chevrolet GMC broadcast seats. Driving in, the jump pass down low to Aiken Newton, who goes over the outstretched arms of Mormont, and Newton puts it in. He's at a half a dozen. 55-48. The Mavericks struggling to get going here in this second half. Lorante Mormont was begging for the basketball, but Peerless Brown didn't throw it to him. Now Mormont will get the ball into the post. Lorante backing down in, working this little left-hand hook shot. It's good for Lorante Mormont that puts his palms in the sky saying, see? Give me the ball, I'll score. 55-51. Miles Ray on the drive, the Euro step. Over three, Maverick defenders didn't go, but the follow is good for Mason Sinegar. 6 rebounds and 14 points for Sinegar, and a 6-point lead here for Dodge. 57-51. Skip pass near side. Justin Berry wants to try a three. He left it short, no good. Josh Robinson, the offensive rebound, and puts it in. Mavericks down by 4 now, 57-53. Driving in, lost the ball there, and blocked by Lorante Mormont is the shot by Landon Tyler. Tadas will slow things down, telling Josh Robinson to go down to the corner. He'll set up the offense. Up top with Peerless. Now right side wing with Berry. They'll post up Josh Robinson, but a kick by Sinegar will stop the clock at 16:23 remaining here in the second period. And the Mavericks will substitute. Garrett Richardson will come into the game replacing Lorante Mormont. Coach Padilla talking to his big about what he did right, what he did wrong on those last couple of possessions there. Did a good job on the hook shot. Did a good job defensively one time, but didn't move his feet on another one. Garrett Richardson gives it back to Peerless Brown after he inbounded it. Now over to Tadas in the far left wing. Now a skip pass over here near side. Tadas gets it back, a ball fake. Tadas dribbles in. Now, whoa, throw it over the head of Peerless Brown, who tries to save it, and he won't be able to do so. And miscommunication between Barachevicius and Brown. 8th turnover. Ian Hardy and Keyshawn Kennedy come back in for Justin Berry and Tadas at this point in time. 16 minutes remaining in our second quarter. Conquistadors leading by 5, 57-52. The pass thrown up top to Sinegar. They'll enter down low to Miles Ray. He jumps, hangs, lefty can't hit it. The rebound knocked around and finally grabbed by Garrett Richardson for the Mavericks. Now the pass up ahead to Peerless Brown. That pass deflected off the hands there. And they're going to say it is Northwest Tech basketball. But it was deflected off the hand of Aiken Newton into the Dodge City bench. Ian Hardy will run the point guard spot here this possession. He brings it up the floor near sideline. Pass over their left side wing into the corner. Now posting up. Dribbling in. Nice leave off there on the look for Josh Robinson, but a foul before the shot and pass going against Mason Sinegar, and that's his third. That's a big third foul. First foul against the Conquistadors here in the second half, but Sinegar, no doubt, has been the real star, one of the big stars in this game for Dodge. Driving in, collecting himself, throwing it up. Ian Hardy will get the foul called. This one against Aiken Newton, his second personal foul, second team foul. And Ian Hardy, who's 2 of 4 from the line today so far, will go to the line for 2 shots here. Hardy takes the basketball, takes a couple dribbles with it, spins it both times, and puts it up, does the freshman from Georgia, but can't make it go. 65% from the foul line this year. Played a big part. Discovery High School was not a high school that had been around a whole lot down there in Littleborn, Georgia, but he led them to their first ever state playoffs, did Ian Hardy. As he makes 1 of 2, and he's in double figures with 10 now, joining Kennedy and Brown in double figures. Pause in the action here for I'm not for sure what reason, but we were back to playing now as Landon Tyler Throws a backdoor cut to Mason Sinegar. He jumps and floats right over the top of Garrett Richardson. And Sinegar with a beautiful play. 16 points for him now. 59-53. Keyshawn Kennedy in a moment to tie his shoes. 3-ball to answer is good for Peerless Brown. 10 points for Peerless. He hits his second. Beg your pardon. It's his 14th points for Peerless Brown. It's his first 3 of the game. And Joshua Robinson on a steal gets a layup there and gets it back to a 1-point game, 59-58 after a Dodge City turnover, and basketball swat out of bounds defensively. Conquistadors will inbound the basketball from the baseline far side. Tyler receives the inbounds pass from Newton up top to Miles Ray. And now here back at the top with Landon Tyler. He stops, trying to get Ian Hardy off his feet. He did, but he didn't shoot it. Backing down into the post here, working his Sinegar. Little floater off the window is good for Mason Sinegar. 18 points for him. 8 here in this second half so far. And now if it's a foul or what, I think the ball got knocked out of bounds, and we'll get a substitution here as Landon Tyler will get a breather. And subbing in for him is DeJuan Horn. (61-58). Mavericks trailing here into the post. Step back fadeaway 2 on the way. No good for Ian Hardy, and Sinegar flying in to grab that rebound. And the basketball batted out of bounds by Josh Robinson. It'll stay with Dodge City here. So here's the Conquistadors. Bring it across the timeline from right to left. Landon Tyler with the ball. Screen at the top. Throws it in the corner. Miles Ray. Good recovery defense by Brown, and this man-to-man defense backing in, creating some space, using his size, and his nice hook shot is the recently entered Dietrich Paschel, who used a nice little baby hook there to give the Conquistadors now a 5-point lead, 63-58. Into the post, backing down. This is Garrett Richardson going up and couldn't finish over the 6'10" Paschel. Offensive rebound, no good for Josh Robinson. It goes out of bounds, staying with Northwest Tech. Nate Padilla told me, he said, I like the way our posts are playing here more. They've been more effective, and I like how they're playing. They're undersized in some games, and they're not the most athletic guys. Like, they can't jump out of a gym, but he likes what he's getting out of his bigs so far here. Here's Garrett Richardson into the post with Keyshawn Kennedy. Nice job there of milking this block and then getting fouled. And he will hit the deck. 2 shots coming for Keyshawn Kennedy. Officials are going to talk about this here. This foul is going to say it is just 2 shots. The foul called on Kendrick Hayes, his second personal foul, 3rd team foul. So Keyshawn Kennedy looking to set a new career high. Had 11 points versus Cowley County earlier this year, and a made foul shot will get him a dozen. Free throw up on the way, and it is good. 12 points for Keyshawn Kennedy here tonight, setting a new personal best as a Northwest Tech Maverick. Had 9 versus Hutch, 10 versus Pratt, but has really come on here as of late. Knocks them both in, 13 points. 5 of 6 from the foul line, and a timeout taken by Northwest Tech and Nate Padilla. 63-60, back to just a 3-point deficit. Another scoreboard update from around the Jayhawk. Colby Community College back on top of Pratt, 62-55. If that one got a little bit close, about 7 minutes and change left in that one. 80-63 with plenty of time left in the second half, 15 and change between Barton and Garden. Barton with the lead over Garden City. Earlier finals already include Butler over Coffeyville, 71-64. Still to play tonight, Hutch and Seward at Seward. Should be an interesting game. And Independence on the road at Cowley. A couple of late games tonight across the Jayhawk on a Saturday afternoon/evening. And now we're going to get a foul called. Keyshawn Kennedy guarding Landon Tyler, and Tyler pushes off, and Dodge City commits a turnover there. So it'll be Maverick basketball after that turnover.
Checking in for Dodge City, number 10, Chandler Sutton.
Peerless Brown slaps the basketball, looking for some help. Garrett Richardson wasn't paying attention. He was falling asleep along the baseline. Even Nate Padilla was like, what are you looking for? Now Ian Hardy has the ball at the top. Reversal left side wing to Keyshawn Kennedy. Kennedy against this man-to-man defense, leaves it up top to Josh Robinson. He jumps, hangs, floater no good from about 6 feet out. The rebound trying to get batted out. Instead it goes into the hands of Paschal, and the big man Paschal was rumbling down the floor, and he would have dunked it with two hands like he did. Instead, a foul called on Ian Hardy, prevent that and actually counting. Second foul against Ian Hardy, third Maverick foul. Reese Warren will come back in for Josh Robinson. It's interesting seeing Dietrich Paschal get out and move. At 6'10", he can move very well. Very athletic big man. Horn looking inside, gets to the high post. Now back up top here to Horn. Now here is May, goes in, jumps, hangs, and blocked out of bounds by Keyshawn Kennedy. And his defense really flashing here over the last couple of minutes. It's a guy that Coach Padilla said, hey, you know what, we needed him to be a better defensive guy. That's what I recruit him for. And it looks like he's doing it more here today and as of late. Basketball bounced into the corner, dribbling up the top of the perimeter. Picking it up, throws it into the corner. 3 ball on the way for Horn. It falls through. DeJuan Horn with his second made triple of the night. He gets it back to a 6-point game, 66-60. Kennedy with the basketball over on the left side. A career high, 13 points for Keyshawn. Here's Hardy. Right side wing up top to Brown. Brown back over to Kennedy, left side wing. Kennedy driving into the lane. Euro step, puts it off the window and good. And Keyshawn Kennedy with 15 points. Really good performance from Keyshawn. Was our Cochran Farm Supply hustler of the half. Layup up and good for Kendrick Hayes. 2 points for him. Mavericks 68, or I should say Conch 68, Mavericks 62. Driving in, the ball thrown up, no good. Offensive rebound inside for Garrett Richardson. And then Richardson gets it stripped away. Going back the other way with Dodge City in a 6-point contest. Driving to the right, kick out in the corner. Step back, oh, good fake there by Horn, but then Horn thought better of a three instead of to throw it and went out of bounds. A turnover there against Dodge City, their 13th. Interesting sequence there offensively for the Conquistadors. 68-62. 11:20 remaining in this one. Kennedy over on the far sideline. Bounces it back up top, a sloppy pass. Saved there on the part of Hardy. Hardy back over to Kennedy. Fakes the pass in the corner. Delivers a pass, skips it across. 3 ball on the way, partially blocked there for Brown. Good save on the part of Reese Warren. Now over to Hardy. Hardy drives in. Tries to dump it to Warren in the corner. He couldn't handle it. It goes out of bounds. 10th Maverick turnover. Still 68-62. It'll be Dodge City basketball. Substitutions checking in now as Kennedy is out and CJ Rosser comes back in. Chandler Sutton, the point guard now for Dodge City, brings it up the floor. Finds Miles Ray right side. They reverse it back to Sutton left side wing. Sutton, a couple of ball fakes. The Mavericks drop back into a 2-3 zone. Driving along is Hayes. An offensive foul called against Kendrick Hayes, using his one hand to extend out and create some space. 14th turnover, 4th foul called against Dodge. Basketball thrown in here up top with Ian Hardy. Hardy brings it across the timeline, guarded by Horn. Now Rosser has it. They reverse it over the left side. Coming to the top to set a screen, Mormont, and they're called a foul on Mormont. He didn't get set. His second foul. Team's fourth foul. Ten minutes, 30 seconds left to go. Still plenty of time for the Mavericks to cut into this 6-point deficit. Hayes in the middle of the lane, works around Mormont, lays it up, no good. The rebound for Peerless Brown underneath. Brown brings the ball up the floor, near side, throws it to Hardy. Now in the corner, Rosser for a three. Got it, did C.J. Rosser. Corner pocket three from the far side corner. Buries it, gets it back to three, 68-65. Miles Ray right side. Now to Paschal in the corner. Back to Ray. And now to the top of the key. They'll try the left side this time. Now skip it back over right. Ray intercepts the pass. He hit the deck. He might have rolled an ankle. Now here is Hardy with the two-handed quick dunk. 12 points off the 15th turnover. And Miles Ray came down in a heap, and he'll be checked out by the trainers. 9:43 left to play here in the second half. Mavericks back within one, 68-67. We'll step aside. You're listening to Northwest Tech Maverick basketball.
The year of getting stuff done, and there's no place better suited to help you do that than Hoover Lumber, Ace Hardware in Goodland and in Colby. They have everything you need, no matter what size of project. From stock bulk lumber for your DIY and contractor needs, all the way down to cleaning products and snow shovels when Mother Nature strikes. Plus, their helpful and knowledgeable staff is one of the best in the Northwest. Let Hoover Lumber Ace Hardware help you make the most of 2020. Open 7 to 6 weekdays and 7:30 to 4:30 on Saturdays in Goodland and Colby. For 90 years now, McClure's Plumbing and Heating has been serving the tri-state region. And even though times have changed, McClure's continues to hang their hat on what they did back when they opened in 1930. Responsibility and service to the area. For 3 generations, McClure's has been there for all of your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, and plans to be there for you in the coming years. For sales or service, call them today at 899-6229 or stop in and see them in downtown Goodland. McClure's, your local plumbing, heating, and cooling experts.
Let's talk about home and office safety. Med Enterprises in Goodland has the fire extinguisher products you need to keep the things important to you safe. Med Enterprises not only sells high-quality fire extinguisher products, they also service the units, making sure they work correctly when seconds count. In Northwest Kansas and Northeast Colorado, call Med Enterprises in Goodland 785-899-6320. That's 785-899-6320. Be safe at home and office with Med Enterprises.
Injury timeout is over here. Our injury timeouts, of course, brought to us by Goodland Regional Medical Center, where compassion and healing come together. So it looked like as if Northwest Tech will still, they got Miles Ray off the floor, and he's being checked out and tended to by the Conquistador medical training staff. Both teams are in their benches looking for some tutelage from their coaches here. Right now the score 68-67. Northwest Tech trailing by 1. I believe they used it also as a media timeout at the same time, so after Miles Ray gets looked at there on the bench, he'll sit back, and here come Dodge City, leading by 1, 68-67. Horn with the ball, throws it up top to the recently entered McGrew. Now into the post with Hayes. Back up top to McGrew. McGrew, good cutoff defense there by Warren. Now McGrew goes up, lost it on the way up, and taken away by the Mavericks, Laronte Mormont. Here come the Mavs with a chance to take the lead. 68-67. Hardy goes in, drives, puts it up, blocked there at the end. Good block on the part by Paschal. Now up here to Horn. Horn drives, dishes it off to McGrew. McGrew inside to Hayes, too far into the bucket. The spin around hook shot, no good. Another rebound there for Lorante Mormont. Now here to Rosser. Rosser let all the traffic fly by as Coach Padilla holds up a palm and says, let's slow things down a little bit here. 8:55 left to go in this basketball game. The Mavericks trailing by 1, 68-67 to the Dodge City Conquistadors here on this Saturday afternoon. Spin in the lane. Lorante Mormont backs him down and puts it in. And the Mavs back on top. The basketball over on the right side. 3-ball attempt for Chandler Sutton. And Sutton, the freshman from Killeen, Texas, his first shot attempt, he buries a deep 3 and gives the lead back to gives the lead back to Dodge City, our 10th lead change. 71-69. Over on the left with Peerless Brown. Up top to Warren. He tries to answer the 3 of his own. It won't fall. No good. And the rebound for Peschel. Reese Warren now just 1 of 5 from deep here so far. McGrew at the top, drives in. The hook shot, no good. An underhanded shot, I should say. And the rebound for Peerless Brown. Brown on the far side, all the way into the lane. Now kicks it back out in the corner. 3-ball Reese Warren. Another rip out, no good. And a rebound for Peschel. That's the 3rd one we've seen out of Reese Warren that just rimmed around and didn't fall. 1 for 6 now from deep is Reese. Still 71-69. Peschel along the baseline. Now here's Hayes in the middle. Hayes, 1 dribble, a lot of contact, and they will call a foul against Lorante Mormont. 3rd foul called against Mormont. 5th team foul against the Mavericks. Both teams now with 5 fouls in this second half. Big substitutions for interim head coach Jake Ripple, who replaced Steve Tucker yesterday. Ripple is the athletic director at Dodge City, and he fired Steve Tucker after a very tough 3 seasons at the helm of Conquistador basketball. Tyler over here left side into the corner with Newton, and Newton fouled there as he knocked knees with Ian Hardy, and Ian picking up his 3rd personal foul, 6th team foul. Landon Tyler receives the inbounds pass, gets to Newton, then at the high post with Mason Sinegar, who's out there with those 3 fouls. 3-ball from the top, it's no good. Good rebound there inside for Peerless Brown after the miss from deep by Landon Tyler. Ian Hardy going to get a screen, driving into the lane, kicks in the corner. Reese Warren, 3-ball up. Good. He finally got one to go, did Reese Warren. Been pleading for one. He's now 2 of 7, 10 points for Reese, and the Mavericks on top again, 72-71. Back and forth we go in this entertaining game. Tyler now at the foot of McGrew. McGrew skip pass back to Tyler. Up top to Newton. 3-ball up for Aiken. Newton is good. And back the lead goes in favor of Dodge. 74-72. Mavericks on the right side, wing with Hardy. He drives in. He lays it off the window. It's blocked. He didn't get it to the window. Blocked by Myron Washington. And then a foul on the take the other way for Dodge. Fouled was Aiken Newton as he hits the deck, and the foul called against C.J. Rosser. His 1st personal foul. 7th team foul. And so in the bonus for the next 6 minutes and 13 seconds will be Dodge City. Collecting himself before going to the line is Aiken Newton. Nine points so far for Newton. 4 in the first half, 5 here in the second. Comes in averaging about 7.5 points and 1 rebound per game, and now with 10. His career high is 15, which he's had twice. One time versus Indy, another time versus Tyson Prep earlier this year. Second one is good. So Aiken Newton with 11 points and a 76-72 ball game with 6:05 left to play. Maverick basketball going from left to right, trailing by 4 for the time being until Peerless Brown hits another three. His 5th made 3 of the day. He's 5 of 8, and the Mavs back within 1, 76-75. Into the post. Myron Washington, beautiful post up and finishes around 2 Mavericks. Washington with a half a dozen. 78-75, Conks on top. Here in the corner with Reese Warren. Back out here to Ian Hardy. He drives, skips the pass over there to Peerless Brown. Brown driving in, jumping, gets the ball blocked, and they will say a foul called against Dodge City on the block. Foul called on Jaden McGrew, his 2nd personal foul. 6th team foul, and Peerless Brown to the charity stripe. Brown with 17 points to lead all Mavericks scorers. Mavericks with 5 guys in double figures. Josh Robinson, Ian Hardy, Keyshawn Kennedy, Peerless Brown, and Reese Warren. Couldn't make that one, did Peerless. And still got a high 5 from Mason Sinegar. It's on the opposing team. Second one up and good there for Peerless Brown. 18 points for Peerless, 78-76. Mavs trailing by 2. Landon Tyler with the ball, now throws it over right side to Aiken Newton. Newton with the ball fake, throws it up top. Driving in, jumping, hanging. McGrew gets it to go, and a foul. Jaden McGrew with his first 2 points. Foul called on Laronte Mormont. And that's his 4th personal foul. I believe it's his 4th. They say it's his. It's the team's 8th. I do know that. But at the line, shooting an and one, here is Jaden McGrew. 25% of the season, just 1 of 4, and that one is good. 81-76, 5:15 left to go. As Josh Robinson brings it up the floor, behind the back, finds C.J. Rosser, left side wing. Rosser gets it back out to Washington. They'll reverse it around to the right side now. Ian Hardy has it. Hardy now to Peerless Brown. Brown drives the Euro step, tries the scoop shot up, and a foul called. And so Peerless Brown going right back to where he was just a few moments ago. This foul called on Myron Washington, his 2nd personal foul. 7th foul, and so both teams now in the bonus. Peerless Brown, 18 points, 4 rebounds, gets that one to go. 19 points now for Peerless Brown. Currently having his 10th career game of 15 or more points. Will he get to his 5th career game of 20 or more points as Laronte Mormont takes a seat on the bench. And Garrett Richardson comes in for him. And yes, Peerless Brown makes that one. And now gets the Mavericks back within 3, 81-78. Pass thrown over there on the right side, into the paint. Drop step, Sinegar, nobody cut him off, and Sinegar with a finger roll in there. 20 points for Mason Sinegar, his 2nd career game of 20 or more points. Here is Josh Robinson jumping, flying, and just laying it in. 12 points for Josh Robinson. 83-80. Landon Tyler, that one too strong, no good. Garrett Richardson grabbed the miss. Here comes Peerless Brown, up to C.J. Rosser. Rosser with 3 with a hand in his face, didn't make it no good. Josh Robinson tipped it into Ian Hardy's hands, and Hardy gets the put in. He has 14, and the Mavs within 1, 83-82, 4:05 left here in the second half. And a timeout taken by Jake Ripple. And he will use the 60. We'll take a break with him. 4:01 left to go in this one. Mavericks trailing by 1, 83-82. This is Northwest Tech basketball.
Gambino's family introduced a new member of the Cravers family, along with pepperoni, veggie, meat, and sausage cravers. Please join me in welcoming the all-new Cheese Cravers Pizza. Over a pound of delicious cheese on a large Gambino's pizza. Order online. Lots of good deals there. Gambinos.com. Gambinos.com. Dine in, delivery, or carry out. Enjoy the Cravers family, now with Cheese Cravers at Gambino's in Goodland. Goodland Glass LLC features the Pella family for your windows and doors and glass replacement, and the Larson family for your storm doors and storm windows. 2 quality names in glass. Now add Goodland Glass LLC. JJ says if it's glass, we'll fix it. Right now, call JJ at 890-5001. Or do this maybe if you have a little newer phone. Yes, vehicle window replacement. Ask about that at Goodland Glass.
4:01 left to go in this one. Northwest Tech trailing by 1, 83-82. Conquistador basketball. Conks have it over on the left side. Wing, and now back up top, reversal over on the right. Skip pass over here near side, driving in. This is Newton all the way underneath the bucket and dribbles in the other corner. Now into the post with Myron Washington. Hook shot up and good for Myron Washington. 8 points for the Big. Back to a 3-point game, 85-82. Josh Robinson has it left side wing. At the top, driving in. Nice Euro step and a finish for Peerless Brown. 22 points for Peerless. 85-84. Here in the left side corner with Jaden McGrew. McGrew dribbling, leaves it off inside. Syndergaard jumped, had to leave the ball because he couldn't have anybody to find it to. Now to CJ Rosser. Rosser, the lay-in is good, and the Mavericks take the lead. 86-85, 3 minutes left to play. Mavericks playing 2-3 zone here and have a majority of the time here in this second half. Driving in the middle of the lane. Syndergaard drops, spins, traveled. And a turnover, 18 for Dodge City. And a quick timeout here is got a tie of the shoot as Josh Robinson, but he's good to go. Mavericks with a 1-point advantage, 86-85. We'll see how these last 2 minutes and 50 seconds play out. The Mavericks snap what has been a horrific 13-game losing streak. Or does Dodge City sneak away with a victory here on the road? Driving in, tough leaner, and good for C.J. Rosser. And fouled, my goodness. Looked like Rosser just threw up a prayer, but he got it to go. The foul called on Myron Washington, his third. And going to the line for an and one and to make it a 4-point game is C.J. Rosser. Rosser, 50% this year, 12 of 24. Shot up and good. 10 points for C.J. Rosser. 6 Mavericks now with 10 or more points. Over here, left side wing, a ball fake from Landon Tyler. Now back over here to Newton. Newton driving baseline and bailed out with a foul by Ian Hardy. That's his 4th personal foul. And the 9th team foul called against the Mavericks. And this will stop the clock and allow some free throws here for Aiken Newton, 65%, but 4 for 4 so far today. Ian Hardy will get a breather here as Reese Warren comes in for him at the 2:17 mark. Free throw up, didn't go. Couldn't get it. Rebound for Josh Robinson. And now the Mavericks with 2:10. We'll see if Nate Padilla wants to try to bleed this clock out a little bit as much as he can. 20 on the shot clock now. Peerless Brown drives in the lane, jumps, hangs, floater, it doesn't go. Rebound for Myron Washington. Here comes Dodge the other way. Landon Tyler already at the free throw line, drives in, jumps, hangs, leaves it inside, and the lay-in good for Mason Syndergaard. I don't know if that was a pass or a bad shot, nonetheless, and then a timeout taken by Jake Ripple and Dodge City after they get it back to a 2-point game, 89-87, with 1:49 left to go. this basketball game has been back and forth and really has not, Dodge City got up, I think, by 9 at one point in time. Might have stretched it out a little bit, but that's about it. This game has been so close. Trading leads, 13 lead changes unofficially in this one here so far. Just a very impressive back and forth game. One of the more entertaining games we've seen with the Maverick men this year, especially here at home. The question is, the Mavericks, who trailed at halftime, can they get their first win after trailing at halftime this season? (89-88) with 1:49 left to play. 89-87, excuse me. Here's C.J. Rosser, dribbles around the perimeter and bumped hard there by Mason Sinigar, and that's his 4th. Team's 9th. A 1-and-1 coming here now for C.J. Rosser. Rosser 1 for 1. Ten points for Rosser, one of 6 Mavericks in double figures. Robinson, Hardy, Kennedy, Rosser, Brown, and Warren, all with 10 or more points so far in this one. Rosser trying to add to it, and won't be able to do so there. No good. Rebound for Myron Washington. So here's the Conks going from right to left. 1:36 left to play here. On the right side with it, Aiken Newton. Mavericks in this 2-3 zone. Tyler back up to Newton. Newton drives, jumps, hangs, puts it up, in, and fouled from behind by Reese Warren. Aiken Newton with 13 points and a chance for one more. And Warren picking up his 2nd foul. Team's 10th. That ties the game at 89. And now, to give them the lead back, which Newton can't do. No good. And the rebound for Josh Robinson. 89 all with 1:19 left. Robinson calling for Reese Warren. He has it on the right side wing. Warren throws it up top to Peerless. A screen from Garrett Richardson. And a travel by Josh Robinson. Drug the pivot foot. 12th turnover for Northwest Tech. Substitution as Ian Hardy comes back in for Reese Warren with 66 ticks left on the clock. Slowing things down a little bit, Landon Tyler walks it across the midcourt stripe. We're now inside of a minute to play. Landon Tyler fires a pass over right to Newton. Newton back to Tyler in the left side wing with DeJuan Horn. Horn now lost the basketball for a second, got it back. That was almost a turnover and almost threw it away too. 9 on the shot clock, now 8. Landon Tyler drives in, looking for a foul. Didn't get it, taken away by the Mavericks. Garrett Richardson, now Peerless Brown, up ahead to Robinson, and the finger roll gives the Mavericks the lead. 14 points, and now under 30 seconds to play. The Mavericks up to 91-89. Back in that 2-3 zone, trying to pack the paint. Into the high post, Sinigar dumps it down low to Myron Washington. It's loose, and they're going to say a kick. A kick is called. Keyshawn Kennedy going to come back into the game here, replacing Peerless Brown, who might have tweaked something in his knee a little bit here. He's limping off to the sideline. But a timeout taken with 19.3 seconds left by Dodge City, and we will step aside with them. 19 seconds left. Mavericks up by 1, looking to snap a 13-game losing streak and get their first conference win of the season. You're listening to Northwest Tech Maverick Basketball.
No matter what kind of trucking you do, Wilkins Truck and Trailer in Goodland is there for all your big rigs needs. They have hoppers, flatbeds, tankers, and utility trailers, day cab and sleeper cab trucks, plus one of the best parts departments around. Carrying quality name brands like Shurtco tarps, Minimizer fenders, Truck Defender bumpers, and Lincoln Chrome exhaust systems and accessories. See their inventory on West Highway 24 in Goodland or on the web at wilkinstruck.com.
At American Family Insurance, we believe that with the right support, any dream is possible. For auto, home, business, or life, contact us today.
For details, call the Chandra L. Reese Agency, LLC at 785-890-7337 or stop by my office on East Highway 24 in Goodland.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI. American Family Insurance Company. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Just 19 seconds left. Can the Mavericks hold here on this possession? They lead by 2, 91-89. The basketball almost intercepted by Keyshawn Kenny, but he ran out of real estate on the far sideline. 3 seconds went off the clock. Now the Cox will inbound it from the far sideline. Conquistadors looking for their 10th win of the season. The Mavericks looking for win number 3 and snapping a horrific 13-game losing streak. 10 on the shot clock. Now 9 on the game clock. Here in this, Syndergaard lays it off. No good. Missed it. The tip follow will go, though, for Myron Washington. And with 3.2 seconds left, a timeout called by someone, I would assume. 4.2 seconds is all that's going to be put on the clock. And Nate Padilla wants a timeout himself. He's going to use his final 60, or one of his final 2 60-second timeouts, as this game is tied at 91 off a great effort play by Myron Washington. The missed layup by Mason Syndergaard, but Myron Washington came in, tipped the ball up, and then tipped it back to himself to put it in. A very impressive effort there by Myron Washington, but now what can the Mavericks do with 4.2 seconds left in this one to end this losing skid? Nate Padilla going over a play in the Maverick huddle. Real quickly, some other scores from around the Jayhawk. Of course, Butler with the win over Coffeyville, 71-64 from earlier today. Colby gets the win over Pratt, 85-75. Colby now continue to stay tied at the top with Barton, who is winning quite easily over Garden, 123-97 this afternoon. But a 10-point lead for Colby over Pratt, or a 10-point win for Colby over Pratt gets them to 19-4 on the season, and 11-3 in Jayhawk League play. What a year for Rusty Elmore and the Trojans this season. Here we go. 4.2 seconds left to go. 91 all our score. What can the Mavericks do to get a good look at a shot with 4.2 seconds left? They do have a timeout left, too. Kennedy throws it into Rosser. Rosser hustling across the timeline. Stops, pumps, puts up a 3 at the buzzer. It doesn't go. And a rebound for Mason Syndergaard. And boy, I don't know what C.J. Rosser was thinking there. There was plenty of time on the clock. But the Mavericks will go to overtime with Dodge City tied at 91. I do question what C.J. Rosser is doing. They had 4.2 seconds left. He was sprinting. He was at the 10-foot spiking line on the volleyball court in the front court when that happened. But boy, you would have thought for sure that the Mavericks would have found a way to get that a little bit closer. At least Rosser could have made that just their typical 3. He had plenty of time. He kind of panicked there, I think, a little bit. So at the end of regulation, the Conquistadors and the Mavericks tied at 91. Overtime coming up. The Mavericks have gone to overtime once this year, and they lost. 4-7 all time in overtime games is the Maverick basketball team. Josh Robinson will jump it up against Myron Washington. 5 minutes on the clock, and the tip won by Dodge City. They'll control it up ahead to Horn in the corner. Horn drives in, lost it. Got it back, though, at the high post. Hayes dribbling in, puts it up off the window. Good, and a foul for Kendrick Hayes. 4 points for Kendrick Hayes, and the foul will go against Garrett Richardson, his first personal foul. Going to the line for an and one here is Hayes, with Richardson going to the bench. Lorante Mormont coming in for him. Shot up and good there for Hayes as he makes that one. 94-91. Mavericks, they've answered all game long. Can they do it for another 5 minutes here of overtime? Rosser, a couple dribbles to the back, step back to Robinson to the post with Borman. Lorante, turnaround hook shot up, no good. Tip, follow good for Josh Robinson. 16 points and 6 rebounds. 94-93, Mavs down by 1 here. Over right side to travel. There, a call on Aiken Newton. He got ahead of himself. Didn't put the ball on the ground fast enough. Frustrates interim head coach Jake Ripple. Once again, Dodge City without their head coach Steve Tucker, who was let go yesterday by Jake Ripple, the athletic director for Dodge City. Maverick has the ball in the post with Lorante Mormont trying to back down, and they call a travel against Lorante along the post over there. Nate Padilla's like, how could that be a travel? Nonetheless, it is. Back to the way come the Conquistadors. 1 minute gone here in this overtime period. Driving into the top and now pulling, fake the jumper. Now shorten it up to a 2, and it's good for Aiken Newton. 15 points for Newton now. 96-93. Josh Robinson all the way to the 10, puts it up, blocked out. They're going to say the basket will count, or they're going to say the foul's on the floor. Nate Padilla doesn't like that call. Nonetheless, it'll put Josh Robinson at the line for 2 shots, as Kendrick Hayes called for his 4th personal foul, and now both teams in the double bonus. Free throw up and no good for Josh Robinson. Just 52% this season. He's 2 for 4 at this point in time. Second one coming for Josh. That one no good either. Rebound cleaned up by Kendrick Hayes. 3-point advantage for the Conquistadors, who will hold the ball out near towards the midcourt stripe. 25 seconds on the shot clock, so if they want to burn some time here, they can. As Horn hit the deck, he picked it up, able to one-hand pass it over to Landon Tyler. Tyler dribbles in, kicks it back out, open 3 right side, good for Aiken Newton. 18 points for Aiken Newton, and a timeout called here by Dodge City. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. 99-93, 3:18 left to go in the overtime period. The Conquistadors lead for the Mavericks. This is Northwest Tech basketball.
Call on the best, Miller Construction Services in Goodland. Miller Construction Services specializes in commercial construction, and they're your authorized chief buildings builder, the builder's choice in metal building solutions. Check out some of the recent work at millercs.com. Call 899-5231. Whatever your commercial needs are, the only name to know is Miller Construction. Licensed and bonded general contractors, so you know you can trust them. Online at millercs.com.
Welcome to the Maverick Half Minute. Northwest Kansas Technical College is preparing for our annual endowment fundraiser. This year's theme is the Roaring Twenties. The Endowment Association helps raise money for student scholarships. The event will be held on March 7th at the Elks Lodge of Goodland, Kansas, and starts at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. To purchase tickets or for more information, contact Kelly James at 785-890-1529 or visit www.ntendowment.com/speakeasy.
This is Northwest Tech Maverick basketball on 102.5 U-Rock.
Aiken Newton being the real thorn in the side of the Mavericks here in the overtime period. He has 5 of the points so far for the Conquistadors, who lead 99-93 with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this overtime. Been a game of back and forth play, 13 lead changes, 6 ties. Been a very entertaining contest. Here's Ian Hardy trying to drive in and get the Mavs on the board. Scoops a shot up, no good. Offensive follow, no good for Lorante Mormont, but Mormont is fouled. Foul called against Aiken Newton. That's his 3rd personal foul. To the line, 4-2, Lorante Mormont, 43% this season. Hasn't shot many of them, just 7. The lefty puts it up, and it's good. Bloomington, Minnesota, Kennedy High School, where Lorante's from. One of his better games was versus Garden City, 8.6 rebounds, and he had a great rebounding game versus Pratt, a career-high 8 boards versus them here last weekend. Makes the first, second one on the way. Makes that one as well. 6 points, 3 rebounds for Lorante Mormont. Mavericks back within 4 here, 99-95 with 2:53 left to play. DeJuan Horn has it left side. Now dribbling in and some contact there by C.J. Rosser. Foul called on the floor, but it doesn't matter. 2-shot foul anyway. C.J. Rosser committing his 2nd personal foul. This is what you don't want to do, I don't think, is start fouling a whole bunch and putting teams at the line shooting free throws. So Aiken Newton at the line. Free throw, that one no good for Newton. There's been one area where he has struggled. It has been the foul line. He is just now 4 of 8 from there. Second one coming up here. That one won't good either. Robinson grabs the miss. Crossing over, Ian Hardy drives, lost the ball, put it up off the window. It didn't go. A foul under the bucket. Are they calling this a late one on a shooting foul? They're going to say that's on DeJuan Horn, his 2nd personal foul. Who will shoot the free throws is the question. Say Ian Hardy will shoot the free throws, but looks like he lost the contact here. So Ian Hardy lost the contact. Now we'll get it wet and try and put it in here. Got to be able to see if you're going to play basketball. Ian having a hard time getting his contacts in. He needs a mirror, it looks like. He can't see without a mirror. So a timeout taken by Nate Padilla. He'll use one of his timeouts here to allow Ian some time to go get his contact put in and talk about what they want to do with the next 2.5 minutes left of overtime. Mavericks trailing 99-95 to Dodge City. You're listening to Northwest Tech Basketball.
Bank. Now more than ever, banking and doing business local is crucial. From 4-H projects to school events, F&B Bank is here to support our local communities. We're proud of our people, both our customers and employees. Let us help you today. Contact me or another member of our F&B Bank team for all of your banking needs. Stop by the corner of Quincy and Washington in downtown St. Francis to see me, or give me a call at 785-332-2145.
At People's State Bank, we know that this time of year can be stressful on your finances. If you're needing any type of loan, stop in and see one of our loan officers. We strive to provide value-added professional financial services to our communities with extraordinary personalized service. And as a full-service bank with locations in 11 communities, we provide a complete range of products and services that help to bring growth and prosperity to the towns we serve. People's State Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
99-95, Ian Hardy back out of the bathroom, put his contact in using a mirror, and now we'll see what Ian can do at the foul line. He has 2 shots coming here. Hardy so far, 3 of 6 from the line. 14 points, 5 rebounds. Misses that one, no good. Left it short. Peerless Brown has not played in this overtime period. I wonder if he won't play. The shot up, and that one will stick for Ian. 1 of 2, 15 points for Ian Hardy. Back to a 3-point deficit as the Mavericks drop back into man-to-man. Their zone worked really good. Most of that into regulation. Now here's Aiken Newton in the lane. Couldn't finish it, no good. Offensive rebound and putback is good though for Kendrick Hayes. 101-96. Dodge City basketball now over on the left side with Dodge City on the defensive end. Northwest Tech basketball on the left side as Reese Warren dribbles, pulls up for a three, left it short, no good. Josh Robinson, a couple of tips to himself, and he puts it in. 18 points for Josh Robinson and 9 rebounds, tying his career high, and a 30-second timeout taken by Dodge City. I believe it is a full timeout taken by Dodge City. After the tip in for Josh Robinson, made this a 3-point basketball game, 101-98. This game has been tight throughout. 13 lead changes, 6 ties. It's what you kind of expect between the two bottom dwellers of the Jayhawk West. Dodge City coming in 9-13 overall and 1-12 in conference games. Northwest Tech 2-18 overall and 0-13 in conference. Currently riding a 13-game losing streak, the worst in the league. The Mavericks led late in the first half, and then a tip-in rebound had them trailing 47-46 in the start of the second half. And then you look at the end of the second half, end of regulation, Mavericks had the lead, but a couple of tip-ins from Myron Washington tied the game up at 91. 101-98 with 1:50 left to play in overtime. Back to a man-to-man defense for the Mavericks in white with red. The Conks in purple going from right to left. Horn lost it, almost got it taken away. Instead, here's Tyler driving in, puts it up, and it won't go. Rebound for C.J. Rosser, who skies and reels it in. Rosser will slow things down, throws it here to Ian Hardy near his side. Hardy dribbling, gets a screen from Laronte Mormont. Now Hardy dribbles in, tries to collect himself, puts it off the window. Good for Ian Hardy. 17 points for Ian, back to a 1-point game, 101-100. Basketball is up top, a head fake, back over here left. Tyler, back to Horn. Horn, step back, contested three, good. It's a 2 actually for Horn. Not much Ian Hardy could have done there, had a hand in his face. Horn just knocked it in. But it makes it now 103-100. Northwest Tech trailing. In the corner, Rosser to tie it all. He does! Second made 3 from C.J. Rosser. All tied at 103. 37 seconds left and about a 10-second differential between shot and game clock. There might have been a travel. Driving in. This is Sinegar doesn't go. Rebound out in the hands of Reese Warren. Back to Rosser. Rosser lost the ball. It's loose. Horn dives on the basketball and a jump ball called. The possession arrow will keep it with Dodge City with 21 seconds left. So many opportunities there, but nobody could just hold on to it there as Reese Warren and C.J. Rosser were trying to hustle it up the floor and get an easy layup. Jump ball, and it will stay with Northwest Tech. The jump ball pointing the direction of the Mavericks with 21.3 seconds left, tied at 103. And now a timeout taken by Nate Padilla. With 21 seconds left, she wants to draw up a final play here to try to end this one. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. You'll listen to Northwest Tech Maverick basketball.
Changing to Ford, America's best-selling brand. The F-Series pickups have been the best-selling truck for 41 years and F-150 2018 Motor Trend Truck of the Year. It offers offers the 3.5 EcoBoost engine paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, better fuel economy, and out-tows competitive make trucks with V8 engines. Test drive the Kelly Blue Book Best Buy today.
Increase your knowledge of your health Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Regional Medical Center and Sherman County Health Department Health and Safety Fair. Stop at the Elks Lodge 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on February 8th. You'll want to be there. The Health and Safety Fair Saturday, February 8th at the Goodland Elks Lodge on Arcade. Visit goodlandregional.com.
103-103 in overtime, number one. We may go to two. We'll see here. C.J. Rosser will inbound the basketball for Northwest Tech on the far sideline. Mavericks have just 21 seconds to operate, and that basketball thrown away into the arms, and a layup is missed by Horn. The rebound for Hardy. Can the Mavericks capitalize? Warren, open three in the corner. Good! Massive three by Reese Warren, but with 10 seconds left, there's still plenty of time. Timeout taken by Dodge City as they want to draw something up. What a crazy sequence that was. C.J. Rosser threw the ball too far back into the backcourt. It was taken away by DeJuan Horn. Horn missed the layup. And then after that, Hardy took the basketball back down the floor, came hustling in, and then kicked it out in the corner to Warren, who hit a three. 13 points for Reese Warren as he hits his second three of the game. Beg your pardon, third three of the game. But that gives the Mavericks a 106-103 lead, but there's 11.3 seconds now left on the clock. That's still lots of time. Jake Ripple was upset at the officials because he thought for sure that there was a push by Hardy under the bucket when Horn went up there to make the layup and he missed it. But there was no foul called, and that happens sometimes late in these games. You see some teams just kind of back away from it and say, we're not going to do that. So you see officials say, we're just going to swallow our whistles and let the guys play if there's nothing too egregious. But what will Northwest Tech do here with 11 seconds left defensively? Dodge City's got to bring the basketball the length of the floor here, which with 11.3 seconds is still a ton of time. Northwest Tech trying to snap a 13-game losing streak, and if they can hold on for this last 11.3 seconds, they'll have a chance to get that done. Up the floor, Landon Tyler. Into the front court, stops, pulls up three, and it's off, no good. The rebound, the follow, no good. A tip, no good. Hardy grabs the board, and the Mavericks get it done. They finally get a win. Northwest Tech defeats Dodge City 106-103 in overtime and snaps a really tough 13-game losing streak. It took extra time, but the Mavs get that first conference win of the 2019-20 season. Once again, a 3-point victory over the Conquistadors in crazy fashion. We'll step aside. Up next, the Gambino's Pizza and Pasta Goodland post-game show. You're listening to Maverick Basketball.
Operated insurance agency in Goodland, L&W Anderson Insurance Agency, LLC, is committed to provide quality insurance products for individuals and businesses. Their strong insurance background and product knowledge will assist both current and future clients maintain and manage a plan for all types of potential risk. The L&W insurance professionals are experienced in creating personal and commercial insurance policies designed to fit your needs. Call them in Goodland or St. Francis.
Does your insurance agent speak your language? Would you trust your future to a website click? We didn't think so. Whether you need crop, farm, home, auto, or commercial insurance, contact the girls at the insurance agency located at 1020 Main, downtown Goodland. Call 899-5011 for honesty, integrity, competitive rates, and personal service. Roxanne, Susan, and myself, Nicole, look forward to helping you with your insurance needs.
The loss of a loved one can leave a person with a lot of challenges to handle during difficult times. Bateman Funeral Home is there to help you ease the burden. At BatemanFuneral.com, you can find helpful resources and information to help with pre-need arrangements, monuments, or to check obituaries and to express your condolences by even directly ordering flowers during that tough time.